But you know, you said something that I love. And I don't think you even realize what you said.
Okay.
You said you said you're the windows, you're the doors, and I'm the foundation. And I think people don't, especially like, I don't know, I think marriages, they don't really think that. I mean, that was...
They don't. They can't see it. So if I get mixed up and want to be the beauty instead of the foundation, I mess up the order.
Wow.
It was never meant for man to be beauty. The woman is man's beauty. Problem with the pride of man that comes now is man wants to be the beauty. And so he mixes it up. So when I see women now, because of how much my wisdom is steadfastly growing in this area, I can see a Regina King, and I can see why she might die by herself.
Wait. Hold on.
You got me on this.
No, hold on now.
What you got me?
You never know when I'm going live. You never know when I'm going live. You never know when I'm going live.
Let me say it like this, since she ain't know I was live.
No, we were just having a dialogue. We was having a dialogue, and we was just talking about women, and we was talking about strong women. And we were having a dialogue about strong women, whether you be in ministry or not. And it was so good, I just turned on the camera. This is candid. It's just what it is. And so we're going to give it to you raw, real, straight, and no chaser. And whether you like what he said or not, it is the truth, and the truth shall set you free. What he was saying is that sometimes women have to be very careful that they don't understand or mix up beauty and foundation. He also said that men have to be careful how you present your relationships in your marriage. If a man is always looking at the beauty, he's going to miss his position. Men are supposed to be foundational. Women are supposed to be beauty. Not saying that women can't be strong,
right.
But if she focuses on the foundation, she's going to miss her position in the building process. If men focus on the beauty and not the foundation, they're going to mess up on the building process. And oftentimes what happens is people mess up and they miss how to build a structured marriage and a structural relationship. No matter what you're doing, you have to build correctly. He said, even talking about me as me being his wife, I listen to what he says. I was honest enough to say, I don't know how. And I think a lot of times what happens is people get so caught up until they say, look, I know how to do it all. I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. That's not the way it is. If help means to help meet the end you lack, you got to be honest about what you can and cannot do. Right. And what we were saying is, if you always say, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, or he says, I can do that, I can do that, how do you meet each other's needs if you really don't understand the areas in which I need you to pull me in? Right. So he said, as my wife, he said, it's my job as my husband to focus on the foundation. You're the beauty. You're the windows. You're the doors. You're the stained glass windows. Yeah. You're all of those things.
You're the spiral steps.
The spiral steps. Yeah.
You know, you're what people sees from the road, and people say, I want to be a part of that. Okay. That's what that is. And so what happens is now most men have it partially right, because they'll go and they can see it, but they don't understand what they're seeing. They'll go out and they'll purchase a house for the wife, but they don't understand that the same analogy that they're seeking a house for the wife, and they're gonna put it in the wife's hand. She's gonna fix it up. She's gonna beautify it. It's the same way life is supposed to be in the marriage. The man is supposed to be the foundation. We don't have to be seen. We don't have to be seen or heard in all things. But what we have to do is be that solid foundation that the beauty of that house sets upon, and and now watch this: the man upkeeps the house. Wow. So the man, when there's something wrong, if there's a baseboard that's loose, he takes care of it. If there's some chair railing and it needs to be stained, you know, or it needs to be restained or painted, he paints it. The man takes care of the upkeep of the house. But oftentimes these positions are getting mixed up.
Wow.
So when you get a strong woman, you know, and I won't mention names now, but I was mentioning that when you have a strong, I see so many strong celebrity women that are by themselves. And now being here and understanding and growing in the wisdom, and I say growing, because it's something that God is steadfastly growing me in. Growing in the wisdom and seeing strong women, there will be, unfortunately, a lot of women that probably will not meet that person because a man has to come to a particular level of wisdom to know that he's the foundation and be all right with being the foundation. Because of the pride of man now, a lot of men have a satanic influence where they are like, they're saying the same thing Lucifer said. I want to spread my wings. I want to be beautiful. I shall ascend to the high, and then you can follow me. And that's not how God meant it. When you go back to the garden, Adam was still the foundation and Eve was the beauty.
Okay, so with women, there's a lot of single women, more single women than there is single men. Y'all can share this if you want to. And I think a lot of times, I really thank God for your wisdom, husband. And you said men get caught up on beauty or the beauty when they're building anything. They forget that they are the foundation. They want the credit. So what you're saying is men want the credit.
They want the credit.
Okay, so when you say men want the credit, they want the credit for every part of the house. And so then that's when it becomes a power struggle.
Yeah.
And so when it becomes a power struggle, that's what happened to a lot of women who are looking to be in a situation, in a relationship. I think a lot of times there is a power struggle. Especially with an aggressive woman, there's a power struggle because she won't let him lay a foundation because she might feel, look, I already laid it.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's in as you say, in other words, she's already felt like, you know what, I've already did the work. Done it. What can you bring? Yeah. How does a man build a foundation unless you allow a man to bring the right tools? Yeah. And it's just like I said, baby, I don't know everything. And if I don't know, then I'm going to ask my husband, how do you do that? Because truth of the matter is, I don't know everything. And I think what happens with a lot of women that are looking to date, they're so structurally strong until they miss the opportunity for him to come and build, because they even want to dictate the tools in which he needs to build a strong foundation. Right.
And a lot of men don't have the wisdom to see that it's just like we was talking about church. Yeah. And certain foundations and certain things. It wasn't for me to come into the relationship and try to push my foundational knowledge on anything. And to try to implement it any type of way, it had to be something that was in.
Wow.
I want to have it all. I want to have it all so I can have all the credit and control. And so because I can't have that, and it's not that way, then they just opt out.
Wow.
And so that
sounds like intimidation.
That it will, and a lot of men that get with women that they can be with. They're not going to make it because the foundation was already there. And because they can't see, yes, there's a foundation there, but there's something that you can apply. There's something that you can add. You have something and the value that can bring. I always talk about when there's a cracked foundation, they have to go and they have to bring a truck and it's calcium, and they have to pump the calcium into the foundation, and it fills up the crack. And some men have to be all right with being the calcium that comes and fills in the cracks.
Wow.
Instead of being, okay, I did it all because I did it all. Because you can't find, so you start wrestling in ways that you shouldn't be wrestling instead of just grabbing hold and saying, let's do this together and let's see it. But it's like we was talking about, you don't force it.
Do you think that's a problem that a lot of ladies are having, that they're trying to force something to work? I always say, if you try to force it, it's not going to fit. If you try to force it, it's not going to fit. And I think a lot of times what happens, especially with women who are self-sufficient, independent, independent. The aggression of women causes her sometimes to push a person away that's simply trying to come in her life and fix a foundation that needs to be nurtured back to health, and or fix a foundation that has a crack in it. And because you don't have the wisdom, you push them away, and they only want to come in and help. It's
a two-way. Yeah,
it's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. Because now, even the woman just being all right with being the beauty. It's like when you know, as God brought us together, and as we merging day by day, becoming one day by day. You know, because day by day, it's a DNA. Yeah. It's a DNA change in structure, in the way the person that we become. Wow. Not the two people that we become, but the person that we become together. Day by day, I get to know, and you become more of the beauty.
Do you think women don't want to? They don't want to change?
No, because they're afraid.
Yeah.
And I think those are stages that we've both gone through where I don't know if I can give up that. Right. I don't know if, man, are you gonna be there? You know, are you gonna, so it's a trust factor. Right. It's a big trust factor. And I'm not saying you should not give up your wall, but I'm just saying you should put some more discernment, and you should put some more wisdom, and definitely be willing to let the wall down a little bit at a time. The one thing that I told my wife, and we'll probably use it a lot because, and it'll probably even be a section of our couples conference, is I'm gonna make you take your shoes off.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
You know, that's gonna be a class. I'm gonna make you take your shoes off. Yeah. But what I meant by that,
what you said was, now this is what he said. I know it may be a little long. We're gonna cut off soon, but click, tag, and share. This is what my husband said to me. So calmly, he looked at me. He said, "Don't take your shoes off," because I was a runner. If you breathe wrong, shoom. If you cough, shoom. If you said in shoom, I was a runner. I'll do relationships like that. I ain't go front. I was that chick. I was a runner. If you breathe wrong, nah, we ain't having that. And so I came in not just aggressively, but my defense mechanism was running because I had been through so much hell. The minute I smelled a little crackling spark of a fire, a sister was gone. You wasn't going to have the opportunity to strike a match because I was gone. What my husband said blew my mind. He saw that I was like, shit. And he said something. He said, keep your shoes on. He said, you're supposed to keep your shoes on. He said, don't even untie them. He said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you take them off. He did not say he was going to take them off. What he said was, I am going to make you take them off. How did he make me take off my running shoes? Because he showed me something that I never seen before. He showed me consistency. He showed me patience. He showed me what love was. It wasn't what love was in verb. It was what it was in deed. He poured into me, watch this, the calcium I needed to help build a stronger foundation because of who I was. It had cracked so much. So what he did is he loved me to a better place. What he did is he nurtured me. There was a level of him that was so patient until looking at his consistency and him being a man of his word allowed me to untie and unlace it loop by loop. And what he said was like a promise. He said, I'm going to make you take your own shoes off. He did not force me. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't manipulative. He didn't come in forceful. He didn't come in demanding. He didn't come in brutish. He didn't come in harsh. He didn't come in with any of the things that were familiar from my past. He came in showing himself worthy for me to unlace my running shoes and take them off. A lot of times what happened with women, whether you aggressive, single, or married, you don't unlace your shoes because a lot of times they're not giving you anything to bend down and take them off. And so I was a track star.
And I picked it up.
He picked it up.
I told her, I said, you a runner.
He did. He put what? He said, you a runner.
I said, you a runner.
He did. He wasn't lying.
And you know, I picked it up and I said,
yeah,
I'm gonna make you take them shoes off.
Wow. My question is like, and we're gonna hurry up. You can tag and share a little bit more if you want to. When a man meets a woman and she's a runner, and he looks and he takes off too, or he ghosts her, what makes men run? Because honestly, let's be honest, Fred, you did not have to have the patience. Not that I was doing anything crazy. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me bad. It's not that I was doing anything crazy. I wasn't beating them up. I wasn't cheating. I wasn't running amok. I wasn't doing anything. I was just on 10. I was just like, okay. Like a lot of the women that I deal with a lot of time, the minute they don't answer a call, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
What is it? What makes a man run? Because women are runners too, but it's almost like you kind of understand why women take off. But what makes a man run?
I think what makes most men, first of all, let me say this first. Most men already know how they really feel about a person within the first couple of days.
The first couple of days? That's unfair.
They already know.
That's unfair.
But it's true.
Okay.
It's kind of, it's like off the bat, this the one.
Okay.
Or I'm finna, this the one, or this ain't the one. Mm-hmm. It don't take them long.
Wow.
And so, but there are cases where a man, he didn't ghost them because they did change his mind. Mm-hmm. But for men, in most cases, they already know off the bat. They already know off the bat where they feel like this relationship is gonna go, or feel like this is how much energy, because they probably already see, well, this person, this person dates multiple people. Right off the bat, they can tell, well, this ain't something that's fixing to last.
Okay.
And so they decide whether, how much time and I'm finna really invest it in, to be honest, and how this may sound bad, but it's just the mindset of some men. This is just sexual.
Okay.
This is just sexual. This isn't fixing to be something that's going somewhere. And so they'll know that quick. And then there are men, and women can make the mistake of thinking every man is about sex,
right, and
then offer too quick, and then that'll take them off, because they can't rationalize in themselves. You know what I mean? But dang, if that's like that, then so in most cases, men know. Wow. They know, and so they'll go some quicker. They may think, okay, well, this person ain't got no real interest in me.
Wow.
Because men are men and women are a lot alike. Right. They need the same. They need the same assurance that a woman needs. You're beautiful, or you're handsome. A lot of men need the same type of assurances, and if they don't get those things, or don't see it, or just like anybody else, if they're reminded too much of what they've already been through, they're gone. Sometimes when you have, and we gonna hurry up and go, just give us a couple more minutes. Sometimes when you have a man and he starts to date a woman, and he sees certain characteristics about her that reminds him of his past, he'll run then. He'll run. But you also find men that when they see certain characteristics that a woman is too aggressive, he runs too. Yeah. Now, do you find women who are aggressive that have more patience with men who are more consistent than just, and it's like we could talk about this all day, because what happens when the women that I talk to who are in my circle that are single, they're like, yo, he ain't even called me back, I'm done. Is it her aggression that says, look, he lacks consistency, even if we've been talking for a couple months and he doesn't call us back? It's like nobody gives each other a chance. That's what it is. Yeah, and when you said, okay, after a couple days, it's not fair. So
That's what you're saying.
It's patience.
Nobody has patience to date anymore.
And see, for me, I mean, I can only look at my situation. I can only look at our situation.
Yeah.
You know, my situation that became our situation is something I knew off the bat.
Right.
You know, it's just something I knew off the bat. You know, the first conversation, I kind of knew off the bat, and it did. And then from the first conversation, that I kind of felt that. Every other conversation after that was an assurance of what I was feeling.
Right.
You know, I think when you start with a person, whether it's a man or a woman, is going vice versa. When they see inconsistency, a man will continually chase an aggressive woman as long as he keeps getting the assurance that he is making steps.
Say that again.
A man will continue to chase an aggressive woman because men love to chase.
Wow.
A man will continue to chase an aggressive woman as long as he's getting the assurance that he's making the steps.
Wow.
That there's progression.
See,
if
that's
he
like a
sees
hunter.
Progression.
Yeah.
Men will never stop hunting.
Yeah, and that's what, like when you were saying that, I envision a hunter. He gets up early. He doesn't go and he doesn't. You know, a rabbit is good game, but he really goes and he wants the doe. You know, he wants the runner.
He wants the 8-point deer.
The 8-point deer. Yeah. That's the game. It's the hunting game. It's like I'm having enough patience when if I know that I'm gonna come home with the prize, then I'll stay right here. Yeah. You know, I'll move a little bit more. I'll shift a little bit more. And I think that's the patience of men in the whole dating game.
You gotta know, and sometimes ladies, I'll tell you, if you find you got somebody that you know that has a strong potential, you know, don't get caught up on hearing, listening to people or listening to your own experiences. Give him some assurances. Let him know he's progressing. You know,
now wait, babe. You said let him know that he's progressing. Yeah. How? You take down walls, but give me something.
It's the same way with you know, the way that you complimented me. Okay. You really, you know, the compliments help me to get through that old stuff.
Wow.
And old mindsets. You know, compliments make you, let you see that you know you're a good man. Yeah. It makes you want to be better. Okay. You know, these things, reassurances, those reassurances, those small compliments. Yeah. Make progressions. Now, if a man is heady, or if a person is what's the word I want to use? They got vanity. That's different. Arrogant. That's the word I was looking for. That's different. But when you don't see that type of stuff, that person needs that type of reassurance.
Wow.
You know, you have to talk because we're not talkers. By nature, a man is going to figure it out in his head. Okay. That's our nature. It ain't gonna change. You know, we like to figure out. We'll play puzzles, play checkers. Yeah. Play chess. Yeah. We love them because they're head games.
Wow. Okay.
We love them because they're head games. And sometimes, sometimes we mess our own self up because I say, man, this woman really don't like me. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, there were moments where it was nothing she done, but I was like, man, this woman, I don't think she really like me. You know, but then she'll come and say something that gave me assurance. Now, in my mind, I didn't think I was making progression, or I didn't think that I was really appealing. You know, but she'll say something. You know, my wife would say something before we was married. She'll say something to make me know, okay, I'm progressing. Yeah. Okay, we're moving. You know, because there were times, but she said something, and because I wasn't a talker, she was able to say something that kept me moving. Wow. And so by the time I knew where I was and what I was gonna do and how I wasn't gonna settle, I was able to say, I'm gonna make you take them off. Yeah. Because I seen that, okay, this person is worth chasing.
So you think in dating, and we are really gonna go, do you believe that in dating, when a man is pursuing a woman, he has to feel like she is worth chase him.
Have to.
So when a woman is too aggressive and she does not give him something to let him know that this is not in vain, wow.
Let me say this, because it's a misnomer. It's a misnomer to think that men don't like aggressive women. You got to think about a hunter and a bear, a grizzly.
Okay.
A grizzly will kill you.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
But if you hunt a grizzly right, you can hunt him, and you can catch him, and you can bring him down. So it's a misnomer that a man don't like an aggressive woman. A man doesn't like an aggressive woman that won't come down.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
You know, I would never try to, and it's the vows that I do in weddings is one of the lines that I say to couples when I'm marrying them, and I say to them that you should not wish to alter her, or you should not wish to alter him any kind of way to suit yourself.
Wow.
So I don't wish to alter my wife, alter her gift, alter the way that she moves, because ultimately if I try to alter, or she alters that way for me, then we lose something, and she loses something in herself. So the thing about it is, most men, they want that aggression, but you have to be able to come down without altering yourself.
Wow.
And when it's the right person, they're not going to ask you to alter yourself.
Well, when it's the right person, it's
it.
easy. It's like, it's the whole thing. Well, love is sacrifice. I wouldn't want you to alter yourself. I openly say I need that part of you, because it's okay to say I lack that, so you can meet, or you know, I can meet your needs, and vice versa. All right, we're gonna finish our conversation because it's good. Fred and I be traveling. We head back for Bible study night. When I tell you we have these deep conversations at times,
that she ain't tell me she had.
It's very rewarding. And so we're saying to you, if you are a very aggressive woman, sometimes you got to come down, especially if you want to be found. You know, this is a good conversation. Remember, if you're married, you're the windows. He is the foundation. And if you work together, you can build something great. Oh, this is good. We get back to our conversation. I want you to share this video. Click, tag, and share. We're going to get back to our coupling. But I desire, Fred desire, and we desire everyone. If you want to be loved, love yourself first before you even think about getting connected to someone else, because it'll be easy to identify with something that you've given yourself. All right? Bye. See you later. Wow.